Hello, welcome to WonderLand, WonderMind. So your minds are probably wondering what kind of advice they want advice about your relationship. So today we're gonna talk about your love advice from the cards. Okay, so pick your option and the time codes will be in the description. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll start with yellow. You can pick by color, you can pick by number, you can pick one, you can pick multiple, up to you. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna take some time to spread out the cards, so just jump to your option if you don't want to see me doing the picking card part of it. If you do, you can just watch and listen, maybe chatting a little bit, or maybe not. We will see. But we are giving today an advice about relationships, so about your love life. So it doesn't have to be the exact relationship, but I mean, when we talk about mental, no, it can be mental relationship, so it doesn't have to be actual relationship where you're actually with the person. It can be kind of emotional connection that you're struggling with or you need advice on. So it doesn't really matter whether it's physical or emotional, and all relationships are emotional. If it's not emotional, it shouldn't be a relationship at all. If there are no emotions involved, it's time to move on to something else. So emotional involvement, yes, that's a long one. Okay, to one card. And then we'll open up if we need to add more cards later. Okay, cool. Let's start with number 1. Advice in your love life. The world. The moon. So, take some time to figure out, because there are a lot of misconceptions, a lot of stuff that you don't see right now, that maybe it's the beginning of the relationship, or maybe you don't know the person that well, but there's a lot of misconceptions that you don't see. There's a lot of stuff that is hidden from you right now, but it will affect your world in general later. So if you want to go into it, you need to take a deeper dive into your emotions, into your feelings, get to know the person a little bit more, because there are some monsters that hide deep inside, either inside of that person or inside of you, and there's underlying stuff that's going on, so that you are not aware of right now. So when I'm talking about monsters, I talk about, you know, the shadows, all these negative feelings, emotions, stuff that comes from your past, previous relationships. So all these kind of things that affect our relationship, like our current relationships, future relationship, right, that we drag from the past. So they kind of, you know, drag from our past situation. So yes, think about it, take a deeper look and figure out what's going on there. Okay, number 2. Advice about your love life. Oh, that's the positive stuff. You're going to win. You've been fighting for it for a while, but the outlook looks pretty good. Not really advice. How to say it? Just be a little bit less passionate about it, because when there's a lot of passion and, you know, desire comes on, sometimes a lot of fire, and fire can burn sometimes, right? So just try to control it the best way you can, but the outlook looks pretty good, and as you can see, the victory is here. This card is pretty good, so it looks pretty good. Just yeah, just control your fire and make sure you don't burn the person that is next to you in the relationship. Okay, number 3. Oh gosh, I can turn them over. Temple path Hermit. For you, it's time to reflect and time to take a step back and maybe go to a real temple and think about what's going on. What do you want out of a relationship? Is it something that you're receiving from your relationship? Is this relationship going where you want to go, where you expect to go in the future? Like, what is the outcome? Is it your safe haven? Do you feel safe in this relationship? Do you feel heard and connected, or is it something else? So take a look, take a few days off, or on maybe a retreat, maybe just a day off, and go in nature or somewhere where you feel safe and connected to whatever you believe in, spirit, gods, universe, and take a deep dive into your emotional state and feelings and see what's inside, and think about what you want and if this relationship is correlating with what you actually want and deserve. And let's take it number 4. Oh, thinking man. So the male in the relationship, so it's either you or is it your man? I don't know, whoever it is. So their thoughts of the passions are kind of cooling down, and there's thoughts of maybe going away for some time or taking a step back, and there's realizations that it's cooling down. It's cooling down, and he's not sure whether it's going the right way or whether that's what he wants. But this is advice for a person to reflect and see what's going on, and for if the lady who is watching and she's watching about a man, so he has some doubts. Doesn't mean that the relationship is over. So don't go, get upset and everything. He's just having some doubts. So probably, at some point in every relationship, we reach a point where we see the person for who they are, and then we start realizing that something we like and something we don't like, which is totally normal, and everyone is going through it. People cannot be perfect. No one is perfect in this life. So that's a realization for that person, and this person is trying to figure out what's going on. So you just need to be aware of it and maybe give him some space, or think about whether what you want from this relationship, and figure out whether it's also right for you, and take some time to think for both people. Okay. And number 5. Let me open up a little bit. So pay attention to your second chakra. Give it some love and attention. Definitely do a meditation on it. What's going on with the Hierophant? What do we need to see? What do we need to know about this one? Something deep emotional dive, but on a more existential crisis, I guess. Maybe existential crisis. One of the people in the relationship have existential crisis where they try to figure out who they are, because they thought they are a king, and now they're like, I'm not sure, and something's going on in the life where they're not happy with the outcome. So take a look at that, think about it, and see what it brings up, and try to resolve it and work on it. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching.